Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll discuss what's going on with food delivery apps in the Philippines. Just like any other country, food delivery is becoming very popular within the major cities in the Philippines. Apps like Food Panda and Grab are king here, equivalent to Uber Eats, Grubhub, or DoorDash in Western countries. And today's question raises some very good concerns because I've had them recently myself. Here we go, let's take a look into this. The question is, what's going on lately with Grab food delivery in Cebu City? I'm a huge fan of Grab food delivery. I might hold a local record for the number of orders. Sometimes I get a Grab delivery twice a day. Lately, it seems to be lacking in the number of delivery riders and employees. Orders many times take longer or take much longer. Even the initial confirmation message you always receive from the delivery rider is taking longer. No big deal, really, but I notice more and more the initial delivery time frame, let's say 30 minutes, will tick away and then it resets. Another 30 minutes will be added. Again, no big deal, I guess, but let me go ahead and address that quickly on how delivery apps really work within the Philippines, because I too am a very avid fan of it. I use it quite often. What happens is when you order something through Food Panda or Grab, the restaurant gets the order and then they have to wait for a rider to confirm that order. Initially, many of the Grab riders, Food Panda riders will accept the order without actually looking at the distance it takes to get the food from the restaurant to your home, and sometimes they cancel. What that does is the app has to find a new rider, which takes more time, and then that next rider might be closer to your restaurant, closer to the location, and then they'll accept it. That's one of the factors why, I'm gonna go into a whole bunch of factors in a minute, but that's one of the main things that I noticed personally and that I've been told by a Grab delivery driver. That's what happens. He continues by asking, a few weeks ago, the rider contacted me to say I should cancel my order because he went to the restaurant and it was closed. That was hard to believe for a number of reasons, but what am I going to do? Oddly, my phone would ding a couple of more times on the order until it finally said, I quote, "Please rate your delivery rider." In other words, I assumed the rider was telling the app from his end that he had delivered the order. No food was delivered, and despite actions on my end, no refund to GCash was ever made. Unfortunately, sometimes you do have incompetent people, bad delivery riders. It happens at least in many Southeast Asian countries I've traveled to. I'm not really sure in Western countries, Canada or the US, because whatever app you're using, I've always been able to get a refund. Not GCash though, that's why I don't use GCash. I don't know about the customer service. I've heard some very bad stories. Plus, I don't personally need to use GCash. I simply put my credit card on the app itself. The worst case scenario, I call up my Canadian credit card, my American credit card company, and request a refund for services not received. So I advise you always choose cash on delivery. That's why it's important to have cash on you. That way you don't lose out. If they don't deliver, that means you don't have to pay out money. Furthermore, they get rated. So these delivery drivers get a star rating from 1 to 5. Obviously, you want to keep your rating high. That's why they want you to cancel the customer. Therefore, they don't take that hit on their star rating. A couple of bad apples, I guess, can ruin your whole dining experience. He continues by saying, then yesterday I went with an old reliable I ordered through McDonald's. About 20 minutes I would tick away before Grab sent me a message saying the order has been canceled because there was no riders in my area. No riders? I live in Uptown area. No riders available in Uptown Cebu City? Well, okay. Luckily, the app refunded the money this time. I've also begun to notice fewer and fewer of these guys on the streets. I wonder if some kind of new service has rated the Grab rank and taken the riders by offering better pay or something. Notes, as much as you're probably itching to do so, there's no need to respond if you're not in Cebu City. Well, I'm not currently in Cebu City, but as I mentioned, I've lived there for the past 5 years on and off. So I know exactly what this person is talking about. Here's one more thing you have to kind of recognize. Many of these delivery drivers are on multiple apps. They're not only providing delivery through Grab service, they probably have 3, 4, 5, even more than that applications. They're part of these rides, and sometimes a better offer comes through, a closer offer comes through, more paying for the ride and delivery itself. So they simply hop along these things. Another thing I've noticed, they outsource these jobs. So a Grab rider might be on the app itself and have an account, but they'll go and pay somebody else to go pick up that order, and that miscommunication or lack of reliability can really affect you at the end. So my tip would be to just definitely prepare ahead. I know it's difficult to do, but firstly, have cash on you. Second, use your credit card from your home country if you have to, in case there are disputes. Third, give yourself plenty of time to get the order. Even if you're outside, go ahead and call. Make sure by the time you get there, the order's there. Be aware why some of these things happen because furthermore, it's extremely hot in the Philippines right now, and sometimes food delivery may take longer because they just simply don't want to be in the heat. It's always a good idea to order through the McDonald's restaurant themselves. Many of the larger chains have their own delivery service, like Domino's or McDonald's or any other ones. They have their own apps. Go ahead and download those. They tend to be slightly more reliable. Let's take a look at the comments of what other people's experiences have been with food delivery in the Philippines. Here is a top comment. Food Panda has always drivers available, even during holidays or bad weather when Grab struggles to provide service. Grab order times have become longer because nowadays they are picking up several customers' orders at the same time. Excellently said. So Grab allows riders to pick up several different orders all at once, therefore they can make more money on one long ride instead of having to stop and go and stop and go and stop and go. Furthermore, note that there's sometimes when it's raining, of course it's more dangerous for motorcycle riders. They do not accept the actual order. Here's a comment from an actual restaurant owner, which will give us a different perspective. They say, "It's really a challenge to have Grab rider lately. Even for us as restaurant owner, we receive the same issue. No riders available, so suddenly orders are canceled and we have to bear the cost of the food already prepared. It's crazy." It affects everybody, it's true. Firstly, you have to imagine from the rider's perspective, having to deliver long distances in extreme heat just for a few pesos. Also the restaurant owner, they have to rely that the drivers will do their part. And then finally the customer, you're hungry, you're waiting, and time just seems to slow down when you're hungry. I know I get like really agitated when I'm hungry. Lastly is the traffic. You know, Cebu City is becoming really congested, and sometimes people have to go 3-4 kilometers to get the food and deliver it. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but consider congestion and how slow traffic moves. One more thing is peak hours during lunchtime or dinner time. Of course, there's tons of orders coming in, so keep all those factors in mind. And my suggestion would be, because I order food a lot through the apps because a lot of times I travel by myself, and I wanted to sit down and eat something without having to prepare anything. Just think ahead, have cash on you at all times. Ensure that you're getting from restaurants closer to your neighborhood because you can select by distance to your home. It doesn't have to be the furthest one away, then maybe a closer restaurant to your home. Have a backup option if you can. Maybe as soon as you see somebody cancel, move on to the next app and try to order through that or the restaurant directly. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to know your experiences when it comes to food delivery, and especially if you happen to be a Food Panda delivery driver or a Grab driver. I want to know the real reason from you guys, if there's a reason why there's been an increase in lack of customer service or especially delays in food delivery. And that's basically it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, take a quick second. We're almost at our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.